So really depends. This entire juncture that price is in is decision point.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the biggest decision point right now. So everyone should be keeping their eyes peeled on the chart. Hey guys, Krisha here. Please be cautious of any fake comments and emails you may receive from people pretending to be Mango Research. Sean and I will never, ever contact you for investment opportunities or anything of that sort. To get in touch with the real Mango team, make sure to join our official Discord chat using the link in the description below. Stay safe out there, and remember, do it Mango. And hello everybody, welcome to the Mango Grove. My name is Krisha, and this is today's Bitcoin and Cardano analysis video. I have Sean with me today. Sean, say hi.
Good morning, everyone, and a happy Tuesday to all of you.
Oh yeah, it's a Tuesday. Tuesday is always good stuff, right? Toonie Tuesday. What else? There's so many discount deals on Tuesdays. Gotta love Tuesdays. But guys, today, of course, we'll be talking about Bitcoin, and then we'll be moving on over to Cardano. And why Cardano? Well, because you guys got together, y'all banded together, and guess what? Cardano won the vote by quite a margin. So,
Cardano is one of my favorite altcoin charts.
I like covering Cardano only because of the community. If you guys want us to cover any altcoin that you are looking at, make sure to get down to the comments section and tell us which altcoin you want us to cover. XRP fanboys and fangirls, you guys are coming awfully close. So let's see those votes start building up, yeah? And remember, when you're scrolling back up and when you see that little like button and the subscribe button, if you're enjoying the content so far, make sure to smash those likes. It helps the channel out tremendously. And hey, if you want to keep up with the Mango Juice, what the hell are you waiting for? Subscribe to the channel. Right? Sean, are you ready to get into the charts?
Yes, let's do it.
Cool beans. Alrighty, here we are, Bitcoin on the daily time frame. Now, not much has really changed. We did see a rejection on the daily off of this region of resistance that Sean and I marked out for you guys yesterday, right? Now, this bottom part of the bottom threshold of the region came in at 34,600, while the top came in at 35,400. As you can see, Sean, we close under.
Yeah.
Right?
And this is what we were talking about yesterday, right? We essentially take it level by level when we have a thesis that, hey, we are going to be in a longer term range on the 4-day, the weekly, etc. And what do we do, Krisha? We essentially went from the bottom of the range, right, to the top of the range.
Yeah.
Now, again, in yesterday's video, I was saying, you know what, I'm not going to get bullish until we break this range. And you guys are seeing why right now. Because that's what you have to do as a range trader, right? Once you get into the range trading mindset, it's like, hey, level by level, break the level, then the next level, lose a level, then the next level. So at the moment, we're at the top of the range. So if you're looking for this to turn into a trend trade, then sure, you should have a thesis for the upside. But at the moment, if you're looking to play the ranges, we're sitting at resistance. And yesterday we didn't really show the dynamic, but you're seeing over here the dynamic is lining up perfectly with that zone as well, Krisha. And it has literally been getting the resistance levels of this range pretty much to the T this entire time. Rejection over here, came up over here, rejection pretty much, right, because we didn't get the confirmation of 2 candle closes above the zone and never really flipped green. We stayed in the neutral consolidation over here, indicated with how it's blue. Again, came back down, broke underneath, gave you another short entry, back down to the bottom of the range, back up. But what I like over here, Krisha, is that we're squeezing, right?
Correct.
The dynamic is coming tighter and tighter and tighter. So if we do break above the dynamic now, it's going to lead to some further upside, and that does line up with what you were talking about yesterday on that W-like formation.
Right. And someone in the comment section was asking about the volume break. You know, we're not seeing the volume. Well, we haven't gotten the break yet, right? We marked out a W formation for you. For those of you who are still wondering, this right here was the W formation. Right? This entire region here, guys, was that neckline, which has confluence across many of the other time frames, going all the way up to the weekly time frame, in fact. We have yet to get that break. Okay, so but when we do, what I'm saying is that when we do see that break, I'll be looking for candle body closes over this region. I will also be looking for volume to accompany that break. So far, we haven't gotten the break yet. Okay, So this is what's happening on the daily, Sean. I feel, but you know what, guys? I want to keep this simple, and I think we can keep it very, very simple for all of us here. And how is that? Well, we do close a monthly candle in 3 days, right?
In fact,
And
tomorrow's close is closing. Well, today's close technically is closing a 2-day, a 3-day, a 4-day, and the candle right after that is a monthly close. So it's going to be a really interesting couple of days.
yeah.
The bulls and bears are going to be struggling.
So exactly, and the thing is that why it's going to be a struggle, because we're so close to some of these major regions of support. So now let's get on over. You want to start with the 4-day first, or you want to get on over to the monthly first?
Just do the 3-day, the 4-day. Okay, the 4-day. Okay, you know what? Just the 4-day and then the monthly.
Yeah,
to keep
I
this
think.
video short.
Yeah, let's
Because I do want to talk about the 4-day. You can hide the horizontals, and I just want to quickly talk about this. This is another reason, guys, why I'm not going to get too excited or too bullish and still essentially play the ranges. In fact, I'll be leaning more bearish than bullish based on the 4-day over here, because of this right over here. We broke down out of the 4-day dynamic, and this is period bearish for me. This is my my midterm stance on whether I'm bullish or bearish. This indicator right over here, and you guys who've been following Mango know this, right? Essentially right over here, we weren't looking for any long trades until we broke above the zone over here. That's when we started putting on our longs aggressively, and we caught this big trend. There's going to be the same story over here. As long as you're underneath the dynamic, I'm not going to be looking for any long trades whatsoever. In fact, I'll be looking for downside based on the 4-day longer term time trades until we break back into the dynamic. We broke down over here, rejected it off the dynamic the first time. And keep in mind, guys, this candle over here that's looking pretty ugly right now. Indecision, yes, but still red. Still no strength from the bulls. At the time, leading into the 4-day, we were green. We looked good.
Yeah.
And then towards the last 12 hours, this turned pretty nasty, right? So wait for the candle close. Currently, this candle too over here, we don't know how it may actually end up looking in the next 21 hours and 5 minutes that's left for price action to take place. And remember, we have people are going to be watching the charts right now, either covering positions, either getting into positions, and we'll know which direction the market is going to be leaning. And if we break back into the dynamic, great. If we get rejected, not so great. But Krisha, even if we stay green, kind of full body candle close, I will consider the previous 4-day candle undone, because the indecision got undone.
Yeah. No, I agree there. And also, the last time we spoke about the 4-day time frame, I don't know if for those of you actually remember, if you put on your Ichimoku cloud, okay, we saw this play out, right? Wherein price actually, in that indecision candle, we saw price get supported on the cloud. We're seeing, and it was so funny because just that day you had asked me, you asked me the question that you think price could do an edge to edge on the cloud. Right? I'm like, why the hell not?
Yeah,
right? And
true.
we actually saw that play out. Like, we're seeing price stick up to the other edge of the cloud. Now, I think that if price actually manages to take out the cloud, I'm looking at cloud resistance, which comes in right around here. Okay. Sorry, chart is messy. But if it breaks past this 35,000 region, 35,400, I'm like, okay, you know what? The 4-day time frame could be seeing a revival of sorts, however, not convincing enough. Maybe I'll look for another push to the upside, possibly a 21 EMA.
Yeah,
right?
I'd want the 21 EMA to come down to the Kijun, and then the 4-day smash through both, right? Pierce through both.
Yeah.
That would probably line up with the dynamic as well.
I was thinking, exactly. There you go. Right. So there's going to be so much confluence there. But of course, it's going to be an if this, then that. As far as the macro is concerned, I don't know about you, Sean. I'm still leaning bearish, of course. As long as that macro trend is bearish, it is bearish. Like, you got to call a spade a spade.
Like I said, I'm rather ambivalent over here, because if you do look at what's going on with the rest of the market, right? You look at Dixie, you look at NASDAQ, you look at some of the growth stocks, you're seeing them make new highs. You're seeing them break major levels. And in my opinion, I have a thesis where the growth sector at the very least is leading the Bitcoin market, or a better way to put it is that Bitcoin is lagging behind NASDAQ, right? I'm a tad bit by a few weeks maybe. Now, again, I don't like putting too much emphasis on that, because you have to still play price action, but you can start gearing your mindset towards that. So based on how you play your trades, okay, you cannot get midterm bullish over here, in my opinion, guys. Okay, you have to be careful. Okay, you can take the range trades. Okay, in that case, you're bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish, bullish, bearish. You have to be switching, and there's no, there are people who are going to say, "Oh man, you're bullish one day, you're bearish one day." Yes, that's what a trader is supposed to do, guys. So, like. As if you're playing the trend, we're going to be bullish during the trend, being bullish. If you're playing the trend while it's bearish, you're going to be bearish. If you're playing range, well, we're going to be bullish at the bottom of the range, bearish at the top of the range, right? So very simple. But at the same time, the macro drop, and when I'm talking about macro backdrop, I'm talking about the rest of the market, is indicating to me that we might be seeing some sort of bullish revival across technology sectors, right? Okay. And I consider Bitcoin a growth technology monetary asset.
Okay, so, fair enough. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how all of this really unfolds, right, over time. So far
you wanted to go check out the monthly, right?
Yeah. So this is what I was talking about, right? It's just about keeping it really, really simple for yourself. And right now we are closing the monthly in 3 days. And what I really like about the monthly picture right now, and what really drives in the simplicity of this chart, is the fact that we're smack up against support. Okay, like it doesn't get any neater than this. You have the dynamic coming in at 33,800. Right? We also, if we just go ahead and put on the Ichimoku cloud, you'll notice that price, we also have the Tenkin as well as the Kijun right underneath price. Right, so that entire major region of support is just like in this compact range right underneath us right now. You don't really even have to look at anything else. It's drawn out for you on your chart. If price loses this on the monthly time frame, then that's a good tip off in that, okay, you know what? Price has further down to go.
Yeah.
Right, that's going to be my that's where I tilt towards the bearish side. However, if we actually get supported on the Tenkin, that's when I'm like, okay, you know what, the bulls may actually stand a chance here. In fact, if I just go ahead and put on the 10 simple moving average as well, notice how the Tenshon also comes swinging in right there, right on top of the 10. The 10 comes on top of the Tenkin.
Yeah.
Right.
So for those of you looking to be buyers of Bitcoin for like 5 to 10 years from now, even 5 years, even 4 years from now, in fact, in 2021, if you're positioning for the next halving cycle, which by the way, I am doing, this is a no-brainer buy, in my opinion. Now, does it mean that we can't come lower? Yes, we can, definitely, right? Bitcoin could definitely do surprises, but in terms of probability and reward, risk to reward, you could see a down move over here to the 21 EMA, officially touch it, perhaps even down further, right? But again, if you're positioning 4 to 5 years from now, you're not going to be taking a leverage trade. You wouldn't even be doing a 2x leverage trade. You wouldn't even be doing a 1.5x leverage trade. You'd be buying spot, correct? And putting it into your cold wallet. So at that point, you are almost accepting the possibility of a 40% up down move. Why? Because you're trading for thousands of percents of move in the future, right? You're literally taking the big asymmetrical trade over there. So that's how you got to position yourself if you're playing the monthly, guys. You cannot take a leverage trade on the monthly time frame. It does not work.
That can be also disastrous if it goes wrong and if you don't have proper risk management in place. So just like we had mentioned, keep it very simple for yourself. We're closing this in 3 days, okay? The region that I personally will be looking at comes in at the Tenkin and the 21 EMA. That region comes in at 34,200, right? And there we go. That also lines up with daily regions of support, right? Going even up to the 4 day as well.
I did want to mention that you can use the monthly and the weekly, etc., to give yourself a bias for your lower time frame trades, right? For example, let's say you are a 4-hour time frame trader or a 12-hour daily time frame trader. You can switch on over to your monthly and be like, wait a minute, I'm seeing confluence over here on my 4-hour level, on my daily level, and my monthly level. That increases the probability of your trade, guys. So now you're seeing Tenkin support over here, you're seeing 10 SMA, Kijun, all in the monthly. You're seeing dynamic support over here. It's again, you have to trade accordingly, right? So if we break that neckline now, it's going to line up with what? With us clearing that monthly Tenkin. So now that neckline is going to flip from midterm resistance to midterm support, Correct, Kusha?
Yeah.
Let's go back to the daily.
Let's go back to the daily.
So
this right here, I'm just going to clear out everything else. Right?
That's essentially also your neckline. That neckline right over there is essentially your Tenkin on your monthly, your 10 SMA on your monthly, as well as your dynamic, right? It's all around that region. So once we flip that, now you have confluence across all time frames. Your daily, your 4-hour have all cleared levels, flip them into support, and your monthly is confirmed above that support as well.
Correct.
Again, though, you've got to wait 2 days for that monthly to close. Not too long, guys.
Yeah.
We may actually close this ugly. Kusha, if we do get rejected over here, do you see the possibility of a perhaps because I'm looking at these candle closes over here, they're both pretty much the same. I was like thinking maybe we do something like this, right? But I don't know.
So this broader sort of green box that I have drawn out is the monthly level, right? We have the Kijun at the bottom, we have the Tenkin, which marks the top, as well as the 10 SMA that comes in swinging at the top as well. This entire region that you see here, right, is the monthly region. Right?
Okay, I see.
This right here, this white thick line that you see over here is the neckline.
Okay.
Right? If we clear that, there's a good chance that we clear monthly as well. In fact, we will be clearing monthly. However, if we break down and we break past this region right here, coming in at 32,000, guys, we would have lost the Kijun in that point, right? At which point I'll be looking for further continuation to the downside from Bitcoin. So really depends. This entire juncture that price is in is decision point.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the biggest decision point right now. So everyone should be keeping their eyes peeled on the chart. These are the reference points that we are looking at. We are looking at multi-time frame analysis, and we're coming up with these reference points, which is also going to help guide us as well.
If you guys do remember, we were looking at bullish divergence that was triggered at the zone over here, right? And essentially we did come and test our support immediately. So that play was seen through, right? We hit our targets. Tenkin and 21 EMA was tested over the next 2 days. So that trade, in my opinion, was done. A couple of people argued with me saying that they're looking for further upside on that bullish divergence. It wasn't enough. In my opinion, when you're in a bearish longer term trend, you cannot get too greedy with your bullish divergences and vice versa, right? If you're on a bullish long term trend, Krisha, you can't get greedy with your bearish divergences.
Correct.
Over here, however, now we may see a trigger of bearish divergence. I'm not sure though yet. Let me just go ahead and double check. I was just assuming that would form. Yeah, it did. I was looking at it yesterday. I'm like, this may actually turn into bearish divergence, and now you're seeing it right over here. This area here, this area here, this area here, pretty much
flat line in price.
It's not like a perfect flat line. It kind of is actually, but it's good enough for me to be like, okay, if we do take out the low over here now, I'll be looking for this level right over here, Krish, at around 32,800 to get tested. So yeah, bearish divergence possibility not triggered just yet. The 4-hour time frame bulls are going to have to step in. The daily stochastics cross bullish, and right over there you're seeing it getting rejected at the 50 zone area over here, crossing bearish one more time, or rather looking to cross bearish. So let's see.
Perfect. Now let's talk about targets, Sean. I'm just going to give you guys some of the immediate targets that we are looking at here. All right, so now this is currently the daily time frame. I think this would be the most convenient time frame to really play off of. As soon as we start taking out the neckline, guys, keep it very simple. Once again, neckline, if you're looking for a good reference point for the neckline, just look at the 21 EMA. Honestly, daily 21 EMA is going to give you your neckline. If we start breaking that 21 EMA to the upside, then the next region of contention, the next target essentially that Sean and I will be looking at, comes in at 40,000. Okay, 40,400 is going to be the next target I gun for. Now, if we break to the downside, of course, there's always two sides here. If we break to the downside and we start losing this region right here at 32,000, once again, I'm saying further down, we come back down to 30,000. Guys, we lose 30,000, 25K, here we go. Okay. Yep. I think it will be a meltdown to 25K, if anything. It's going to be a volatile zone, at least based on historic price action. But those are our immediate targets for Bitcoin. For us to get bullish in the long term, guys, I'm saying this, 47.5K. That target has not changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's still in the range.
Yeah. 47.5K. Otherwise, Mango will only be looking for the range plays.
Yeah, exactly. And with a slight tilt bearish until we do break that neckline right here.
Yes, sirree. Okay, so Sean, are you ready to get on over to Cardano?
Yep, let's do it.
Cool beans. Now, guys, remember, if you want us to cover any altcoin that you are looking at, make sure to take this time, get down to the comments section, and tell us which coin you want us to cover. Okay, popular vote wins. If there's a draw, then guess what? We get to spin the wheel. So, yeah, definitely go ahead and vote. If you're enjoying the video, of course, make sure to smash those likes. Now, getting on over to Cardano. Cardano. Okay, so here we are. I think we can, this is a messy chart. Oh, Sean, messy. Look at what you did, Sean.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
It's my fault.
So Cardano, price, it's looking okay. It's looking decent. All right, because I mean, compared to most of the coins out there, I mean, this is the weekly time frame, Sean. We still are maintaining the 21 EMA as well as the Kijun. What are your thoughts on the structure? I think we lost the wick low here.
I think Cardano is one of the strongest charts in crypto right now. It's holding pretty much all its levels. Every time it does dip back down, it's getting picked up over and over again off that $1 support region. Really strong.
Yeah, I agree there. And also, like, so today I was just doing some research, and there was something that was just on my Twitter, my social feed. It was called Cardano on the Rocks. Before I thought it was a cocktail. I'm like, sure thing, I'm down to do some mixing today. But I went and looked into it, and turns out Cardano, I mean, they've been working, right? They have like they've created this new hardware that looks like a pod, like a black sort of mini Roomba, if you really want a good picture of it. And it's basically a staking node. And it's 3D printed and everything, and apparently they released today or yesterday.
Oh, wait. You mean the node is 3D printed?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So that reduces the costs.
Exactly. So it looks, for those of you, for Cardano fanboys and fangirls, definitely go ahead and check this out. I think there's something very interesting happening on that end. Cardano is really pushing in terms of its fundamental side. As far as price action goes, of course, it's not...
It seems like Cardano's trying to be more for the people, for the rest of the world, like increasing accessibility.
Yeah, definitely. Sean, as far as price action is concerned, so the last time we spoke about this, we came up with the $1 region, right? That was the major region of support underneath us. We also have this one, 21 Kijun, which we managed to actually maintain in the last weekly close. Notice how price actually got all the way down to $1, only for us to get picked back up. That was a very, very bullish wick right there. So far, I think it's a decent picture for as long as we hold this region, as far as candle body closes are concerned. Okay, $32, sorry, $26. So we start breaking $26. I'm saying further down to $1. Here we go again.
Here's the thing. If Bitcoin takes a poop and Ethereum, for example, takes a poop, the rest of the market is just going to follow, right? The rest of the market is going to panic. In fact, if we get like a liquidity event again in the macro scene, we're going to see Bitcoin take a poop, everything take a poop, and Cardano is going to follow too. But you cannot ignore that it's shown so much strength during this entire region where Bitcoin has been getting wrecked, Ethereum has been getting wrecked, Cardano holding all these levels. Like you mentioned, in fact, Richard held these candle close levels too. Yeah. Okay, this structure over here, this entire structure was held. So it held the 21 EMA, held the Kijun, held the Tenkin. It pretty much held the Tenkin too until the Tenkin went up on it, right? So the bots, the algos, the bulls are looking to hold structure over here. Now, this is the way I would be looking to play it. If we do see a massive dump on Bitcoin that leads to Cardano dumping down too, and we get a massive move on Cardano anywhere, perhaps we get something down all the way here to 20 or 40 cents, that would be a buy for me, right? How much would that move be? Because I'd be playing Cardano, I'd be a 69% dump. I'd be playing Cardano to recover its strength in the long term. So I'd be looking to buy that. Would I be buying on leverage? Of course not, because remember guys, when you dump 60 to 70%, it's very easy for that slippage to take you all the way down to 80 to 90%. And then suddenly, even with the, hey, I'm only 5x leverage, you could get liquidated, right? So be very careful on those, trying to buy the dip with those highly volatile moves. So this is showing strength to me. But again, understand that the macro trend is towards downside, like Krisha has been mentioning. So you have to be a little bit more careful. That's why in yesterday's video, we talked about how even though Bitcoin did well on the weekly close, I wanted to see the rest of the market do well as well. And in fact, Cardano did do well on that weekly close, right? Ethereum had not, but now Ethereum did see a pickup yesterday, right? VeChain did not, but VeChain again seeing some revival yesterday. So hey, maybe the market's start showing some strength. But remember, over here at Mango, we don't try to front run anything. We wait for that strength to validate itself, and then we get in, because we can be wrong, and we are wrong a lot. It's not about trying to be oracles. It's about making money in the market, and that's all we want to do. The best way to do that is to not get cocky and wait for confirmation.
Correct. Now, as far as targets are concerned, guys, as soon as we start, I'm saying this, if Bitcoin actually starts ticking up, we start breaking that neckline that Sean and I just highlighted for you. I'm saying there's a good chance that Cardano also starts ticking up. I feel like Cardano has been one of the stronger altcoins in the market. The first target to the upside that I'll be looking at comes in right here. Okay, this is at $1.72. All right, we start breaking $1.72 to the upside, then I'm saying here we go back up to all-time highs at $2.31. Okay, so of course it's going to be an if this then that. We're here to play the ranges for as long as Cardano is ranging until it actually sets in that uptrend that we're all looking for. However, if we start breaking that 21 Kijun to the downside, then I'm looking for $1. Okay, if we break the dollar, that's when you got to be very, very prudent, very careful when approaching your trades, because the next zone is going to be a volatile zone.
Yeah.
All right. That is not a trade that you want to be, caught on the wrong side of.
Yeah.
All right. So be very careful. Have those invalidation points. Do not cherry pick the, don't cherry pick only on one side. Get a holistic view on what's going on. These are our reference points. We follow them to the T. You guys can take note, of course, if you guys want, but these are the main targets that Mango's looking at right now.
Yep. Now, play it easy, guys. Play it Mango. Do it stress-free.
Yes, sirree. Okay, now you guys have our thoughts. Do not forget to tell us which altcoin you want us to cover in tomorrow's video. And with this, guys, trade safely, trade stress-free, trade the Mango way, trade the easy way. Ciao.
Ciao.